Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in and welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with your host, Christopher Laprath. My name's Kenan, his son and the producer of the show. Tonight's title is a fun one. It's Pray to Pray, which I'll talk about briefly here in a moment. But first, just for anyone who's out there watching the show for the first time, even if you're watching with someone, that's just fine. Be sure to say something about it in the chat so that I know you're here and then I can put you in line for a reading. The first time, of course, is always free, and then going forward after that, it's $10 per reading. Or we do $100, and that covers the entire month, which the show runs 3 times per week, so it's a pretty sweet deal there. Now, I've got a quick bit of advice, I guess, about the topic tonight, which is it's important to pray all the time, like to remember to pray all the time. Never stop praying. Miracles really do happen all the time, and we're actively creating our own individual reality. So prayer matters a lot. And we live in a vibrational, energetic universe. And we can choose to utilize these tools like prayer to keep our vibration in an abundant, prosperous, kind, and loving place. Or we can let the untrained mind run wild and think whatever it wants to about any little thing in the world. Either way, we're choosing our own experience. So my advice is to pray, to remember to pray, and do it a lot and about every little thing you can imagine. You can even pray to learn how to get better at praying. It's a fun one. But with more to say, here's Christopher. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Great blessings to you all tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And I love this topic. Pray to pray. So I'm going to tell this story again. Many of you have already heard it. But I lived in China for several years. One day I'm walking down a very crowded street and I smelled the most amazing smell. It was a cookie factory. So I went into the cookie factory, bought literally 2-3 bags of cookies. They were so good. When I walked out into this narrow alley, from the heavens, voices started to shout at me. And they're shouting to me in Chinese. And they're saying to me, they're shouting, Geiwa. Geiwa. When I walked out, which in Chinese means give it to me, give me one now, give it to me. And I looked up, and there were cages of myna birds, big black birds in cages that spoke Chinese. So when Kenan was saying miracles do really happen every day, had you ever thought about birds speaking Chinese? They did. And I gave them all of my cookies because I was just dumbfounded. I was awestruck. So, prayer. Prayer is an act of communication by humans with the sacred or the holy. So the sacred or the holy is usually found in the northwest corner of your house. Or if you look out the window and there's a mountain, yeah, the top of that mountain, that's where the sacred and the most holy is. No. Where is the sacred and most holy? It's all around you. It is you. There's no separation. I know the left brain wants to separate the carrot from the peas, the carrots from the peas. Little kid, you're a little kid, you like carrots but you don't like peas, you separate them. This isn't about separating that. You can't, so saying that you're not part of the holy, that you're not part of the sacred, is literally like saying, oh, you know what? The sacred and holy is in the northwest corner of your house, or the sacred or the holy is on the top of that mountain over there. No. It's everywhere. So this is this communication by humans with the sacred or the holy, the transcendental realms, or the supernatural powers, however you want to put that. Okay? Now, what is a prayer? Every thought is a prayer. Every word is a prayer. It's an energy that is created. What are you praying for? What are you creating? The Lord's Prayer, I love this. The Lord's Prayer says, in part, give us today the bread for this day. Give it to me. If it was in Chinese, it would be Geiwa. It would be like those myna birds. Give it to me. Give it to me now. And it was miraculous that these myna birds were talking Chinese. In English, it's give me. Give me this bread for the day. Now, why is it just for the day? How about, what if you changed the prayer and said, hey, give me the bread for the day through next Wednesday. And then put on your calendar to remember then on Wednesday next week to pray, give me the bread for the day through next Thursday. No. The prayer is worded to pray daily, to pray incessantly, and to pay attention to our prayers, to pay attention to our thoughts, to our words, and what it is that we're saying. I want to share with you the Aramaic Lord's Prayer, the direct translation from Aramaic, the Aramaic language. I really love this. Grant what we need each day in bread and insight. Grant is very similar to give me. Grant what we need each day in bread and insight. And then forgive our past, the secret shames, as we constantly forgive what others hide. And that's the point of this reading. So there may be things, now understand that these readings are 1 minute to 2 minutes long. And sometimes there are things that come up that I see that need to clear. So that's why I do book full readings for an hour to 90 minutes. That I know definitely every one of you, pretty much every one of you have had a full reading. To be able to uncover some of these things that you may not even know you've been hiding. But it's not wrong or bad. It's just how you learn to survive that doesn't fit you anymore. It's like you're still wearing a smock that you wore when you were 10 years old, and now you're 30 or 50 or 80, and it doesn't fit you anymore. That's all it is. Okay, so absolutely free of judgment. That's what I wanted to share with you. Now, the group card tonight, it's so profound because it goes right into, can you go ahead and pull up the group card? Guidance. guidance. This is not guidance from an outside source, right? As we talked about, well, where's the sacred? Where's the holy? Where's God? Everywhere. The guidance is inside of you. So are you willing to let go of the need for guidance outside of yourself? For instance, I can share my reading with you, and you can take it or leave it, right? It's how it resonates with you inside. And that's what this guidance card is about. So are you willing to let go of the need for cues from the outside and trust the cues on the inside? Or trust the guidance from the inside? Look, are you willing to let go of the need? So there's a difference, right? You can look for guidance on the outside, but if there's a need to always constantly look for guidance from the outside, that's where it can get constricted. So are you willing to let go of the need for guidance from the outside and open to your inner guidance? That's what this card is about. Even the smallest light. So if your room is completely black, let's say you're in a motel room for the first time and it's completely black, and you wake up and you're not really sure where the door is. Well, you turn your light on, your flashlight. Even the smallest amount of light is going to have the door appear for you. Even the smallest awakening, even the smallest of messages can give us enough light for that guidance. So that's what I love about this. And I love you being on the show. Thank you. If you have any insights, if you have any observations, if you have any questions, you can text me, message me on Facebook, YouTube. You can call me. Reach out if you have any further questions. Okay, who's on first?
Awesome. Laurel's first.
Okay, hey Laurel. Oh my gosh. What a great message you sent me the other day. So Laurel, I love this. So when we're watching movies or we're listening to music, and Ken had mentioned this before, is he would sometimes get a song stuck in his head and not realize the words that he was repeating over and over again. Remember I said every thought is a prayer, and immediately changing that. Well, you think about the fairy tales that we were raised with. Snow White had to have a man come and wake her up with a kiss. Cinderella had to have the prince come and rescue her. And these are constructs. So Laurel, this is be more demanding with your prayers. Give us today the bread for the day, or something better than bread. Give us today the bread for the day and caviar and chicken gravy. This is the Dominion card, Laurel. This is absolutely anywhere, and I'm going to ask everyone on the show, anywhere where you have believed yourself a victim of circumstance, are you willing to let go of that right now and step up like Laurel's card and demand? It is a demand. It is a consolidation and bringing together of energy. Think about sitting at the table and you're like, and there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of noise. You're like, hi, I really like the butter. I like my roll doesn't have butter. I would really like the butter. It's like, give me the dang butter. Okay, Laurel. I think you got that one. Give it to me now. Okay, here we go. Who's next?
Your sister Diane.
Okay, Diney. All right. And this says, I prefer to command. I love that. Okay, that's so great. But. Okay. We're doing Diane right now, right? Okay. So, Success. That's the way you spell success. Break it down, Diane. Break it down, demand. Anywhere where you have believed you were a victim or lesser than, at the same time, greater than anything or anyone. Bring that down and just spell out success letter by letter. So it's like the Aramaic version of the Lord's Prayer about grant what I need each day in bread and insight. And it's not just about the bread. It's about the daily sustenance and beyond what we just need. Okay? It's beyond what it takes money to be enlightened. One of the great masters said that. It takes money to be enlightened. If you want to travel to holy spots, to sacred spots, to high energy spots, if you want to, it's energy. It's all energy. So demand money, Diane. Demand it. Okay. And there's something green. I don't know what this is. It's a supplement. I don't know if it's a green pill or a green drink. Oh, it's like a green drink. It's like juicing. Cleansing. It's cleansing. Okay, here we go. Who's next?
Very good. Marilyn takes next.
Hey, Marilyn. Okay. Is it absolutely okay for you, Marilyn, to be fully happy? Not just half happy, not just a half a cup full, but a full cup full. And is it okay for you to ask for more or demand for more? Give me more happiness. Give it to me. This is anywhere where you've said, well, I should be happy with what I have. Are you willing to let that go and lose the should, lose the could, lose the would? Like the coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? Lose any of that vocabulary. Because every word out of your mouth, when you say I should be grateful, it puts a burden on you. And are you willing to let go of that burden? This is, I am happy, and I'm getting happier. Give me more happiness. Oh, this is so good. You know what? When I was in China, the biggest compliment you could give the cook was to ask for more and then to burp loudly. And you'd have these very dainty, very beautiful women burp like cowboys. I mean, it was like, whoa. But that was a compliment. This is a compliment to spirit, and I'm not talking to just Marilyn, Laurel. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Diane, Edna, everybody on the show, Scott. Give me more happiness. And then going, you know what? This doesn't fit me anymore. I'm getting rid of this because it's not contributing to my happiness. So give me a life of happiness. Give it to me now. Good one. Okay, and then we have hey, Marilyn and Abby in Miami. Oh my gosh. I know it's really hot here in Arizona. Kennan's car, it's at 117 today. So Marilyn, are you willing to let go of any judgment around being lazy? And or even what the definition of lazy is? Are you willing to let go of the need to do all the time? And willing to let go of defining yourself by doing? I'm always and forever free of defining myself by doing, or what I've done, or what I didn't do. There you go. Oh. This is letting go of the demands of others put upon you. That's the big thing with this one. Are you always and forever free of the fear of disappointing others? I'm going to ask that out to everybody. Are you always and forever free of the fear of disappointing others? And I ask for anyone's permission that wants this, any of that energy that's around them, we can move some of that. I can move some of that. But only though I'm only moving that energy if you give me permission. I'm not just doing it for everybody, okay? But this is a big one. Especially as children, we have these adults that are giants telling us what we need to do, what we should do, what we have to do. And as a child, you kind of tend to believe the giant, right? This is letting go and releasing all of the fear of disappointing giants, of disappointing those in society who have a high position. It's like I told this story about my mother. The doctor told her that she only had 6 months to live, and she died within that 6 months because a doctor told her. And that's not the only reason, but she had a belief system of a hierarchy. So anywhere where you have been detrimentally influenced by hierarchy. Are you willing to let go of that? Okay, who's next?
It's Ashley.
Oh wait, we got Abby. Abby, Bobabby, Fee, Fi, Fo, Fabby, Abby. Okay. Oh, Abby. Sweating is good. And I know you're in Miami. But you're just what I love so all right, if you have a plug-in, Abby, and you've got a few kinked wires in the plug-in, you're not going to get a full circuit, right? Through to the vacuum cleaner or to the blender or whatever you've plugged in. You worked really hard where you're getting a full 220 volt. You're getting a full 220 voltage into you. And this is like an overflowing, like, and it's this feeling of gratefulness, of beauty and awe coming into you. And then you're like this light that spreads it to other people just with your smile and your curly hair because of the humidity. This is the overflowing card. And flaunt it. I mean, flaunt it. Well, I don't want to appear egotistical. No, lose that. Lose that. That's judgment put upon you by children should be seen and not heard, or children should not be seen and not heard. No, lose all of that. This is an overflowing, and people will feel it. You've earned it. It's not about even earning it. It's just who you are, that this channel of spirit's coming through you. Okay? And Marilyn too. Okay, now.
Beautiful. Mindy.
Hey, Mindy.
No, Ashley, sorry.
Ashley. Okay, Ashley, thank you. Thank you for being here, Ashley. Okay. I love you being here, Ashley, and having this card pulled because it's something that is an important message for all of us, but mainly for you. This is called mixed emotions. So I mentioned it before. You're in this room, Thanksgiving dinner, lots of noise, lots of people talking, and you're sitting there going, I'd like to have the butter. I'd like to have the butter. My bread doesn't have any butter, right? So I was talking with Laurel about. And then you compromise. You go, well, no one's going to hear me anyway. I can eat the bread without the butter. I'll be fine. Are you willing to let go of that and stop that right now? Are you willing to claim your place here on this earth now and how important you are? Every one of you on the show, you have a setting at this table of life, and it's powerful. It is meaningful. No one can replace you. No one ever will replace you. Step up, claim it, own it. And if you have to shout, give me the damn butter, then do it. This is decide how you want to feel, and that you're not willing to let go of being at the beck and call of how others expect you to feel, how others want you to feel, or picking up, oh, I'll be able to relate to that person over there who's really sad if I'm sad. No. So when you think about Abby, I mean, this is like Oh, that person's over there sad. No way in hellfire am I going to be sad. I'm going to be overflowing and just boom, boost them, beam them with this joy and this golden light and this happiness. Okay? You are worthy. You are absolutely. Step up, Ashley. Chin up. Chin up. Okay, next.
Yeah, very good. It's Mindy.
Okay, Mindy. Whew, good one, right? All right. Melinda, I love this theme. Thank you for being here, Ashley, because, Melinda, you've got the confidence card. Every word out of your mouth is a blessing. Every word out of your mouth is a prayer. Damn, my artwork is good. This is amazing artwork. This is an amazing face. This is an amazing body. This is an amazing place to live in. This is the confidence card. Claim it, Edna. I mean, Mindy. Claim it. And Edna. And Ashley. And John. And Scott. Everyone. Claim this. Laurel. Dang, I'm a great singer. Oh my God. This is a prayer. It's give it to me. Give it to me. Claim it. What?
Did you see what Ashley? She just sent herself an image that said
I-
chin up, and you just told her to chin
I sent myself this image today. It said, chin up, beautiful. You're not struggling, you're conquering. And you just told me to chin up. I love it. I love it. So, yes. So, Edna, I mean, everyone. Abby, everyone. Marilyn, chin up. Okay, here we go.
Edna's actually next.
Edna, okay. I just snorted, Edna. Okay. Now, this card is now. It's not what it's saying it is. Okay, what this card is, it's called Ruin. But this card. So what I'm seeing with this card is your ability to pick up energies around ruins, around sacred places. And even if it was a prayer circle by Native Americans 300-400 years ago, that's not going to necessarily be marked, but you're going to feel it. You feel it. Claim it. Edna, claim it. This is your gift. You have, and, okay. Sorry, I'm getting excited. You have the ability to not only detect these sacred places, these high energy places, but you can create them. That's why you live in this round house. You live in this hobbit house. You have this ability to create the energy. So create the energy. Okay. So thank you for being here. Everyone has this ability. I'm getting excited. Create the sacred spot that you want, where you are, and any low-ass, sketchy vibration that is around you, is not permitted in. Wow, great one. Okay, who's next?
Geo Cat.
Okay, Geo and Kat. Okay, Jared. Anywhere where you've acquiesced power or position to religion or hierarchy. Can you pull that back and reclaim it right now? Anywhere where you've been taught that you're, or you've taken in that you're a sinner and not worthy, can you just dump that? All right, and let me address this for the show and everyone on the show. A couple of years ago, I met this woman that told me her minister should not talk to me because her minister told her that her father, who died, is in heaven. And once somebody's in heaven, they can never come back. They stay in heaven. And I went, oh, well, thank you for sharing that with me. And I'd been talking to her and her husband for 2 hours already. And at the end, when I was ready to leave, she brought this up and she goes, thank you for not bringing up my father. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, because if you had said that my father was around me, I would have kicked you out right now. Because my minister told me that my father's not around me. He's in heaven. And when they're in heaven, they never come back because he's with God. I went, oh, okay. So can I ask you a question? She goes, sure. I go, where's God? And that question struck her. It's like what we started the show off with. Where's the sacred? Where's the holy? Is it only in heaven? Well, where's heaven? And she realized, she went, oh my God, God is everywhere. And when she said that, she's like, oh my gosh, my minister, he wasn't necessarily correct because it was a very egocentric point of view from the minister's viewpoint. So people buy into what they've been told, especially as a young person. So Jared, this is what, anywhere where you've been told or had a division of hierarchy or where other people have access to information that you don't, ooh, are you willing to let go of that? We all have access to information. We all have access to the divine. We are the divine. We don't have access to yourself. I can touch my nose. We're divine. So this is releasing. This is like cleaning the vents in your home. This is like cleaning the spiritual vents for you, Jared, and moving it along and letting go of that hierarchical viewpoint. Okay. Cat. Okay, cat. VICTORY. I love it. We got 2 cheerleading cards. We got the SUCCESS for Diane. We've got the VICTORY. It's absolutely going to work out, Kat. And I'm talking to everybody on the show. It's going to work out. Are you willing to let go of how it has to work out? I had this really long talk with Scott today, Ambrosi. We're working on the script. And And it's like from that movie Shakespeare in Love, where Jeffrey Rush plays this part, and the bill collectors are coming, right? And Shakespeare owes a lot of money on the theater, and Jeffrey Rush is kind of his manager, and these bill collectors corner Jeffrey Rush, who's playing this character, and Jeffrey Rush says, "I don't know how it's going to work out. It's a miracle. It'll work out, but it's a miracle." And he's not invested in how it works out. Anywhere where any of us are invested on how something has to work out, are you willing to let go of it and just go, whoa, the universe has these amazing surprises for us. So that's for you, Kat. It's going to work out. Keep your vision on the lights. Okay, who's next? Who? Hannah de la Vega. Okay. Okay, I love this show. I absolutely love this show. It's not that I don't love the other shows. I love this show. I love the messages for this show. Because, Hannah, pray act in accord with your prayers. It's very difficult to be praying to demand success, give me fortune, give me fame, when you're hanging around defeatists. Your prayer has to match the energy level of the people you're hanging around. That's all. What's that?
Lori's next.
Lori? Oh, thanks for being here, Lori. Okay. Well, thank you all for being here. This is an amazing. Thank you. Thank you for the information. And Lori, are you willing to let go of perfectionism? Do you think somebody that comes to your table that's really, really hungry and hasn't eaten for a couple of days is going to care about the placement of the salad fork? Ugh. No, they don't care. Anywhere where perfection is arbitrary. This is a bottle of essential oils. You know, it would be more perfect if it was a little bit more full. It's arbitrary. It's anywhere where people have projected perfection on you, which is their perception, which isn't based in reality. Are you willing to let go of that right now and be completely free of that in your life? You are perfect. Can you claim that? Are you willing to claim that? I'm perfect right now. That's a prayer. I am perfect right now. Sorry, I'm getting excited. I know I'm knocking, but okay, Ambrosi, here we go. Okay, anywhere, Scott, that you feel that you don't know enough, are you willing to let go of that? Let me explain this. This is the knowledge. When you're plugged into source, okay, so the internet, so let me explain it this way. The universe is like the internet. So we type in something on the keyboard, boom, it pops up the answer to what we're looking for. But if we mistype or misspell, we're not going to get what we're looking for. This is plugging into the internet and cleaning your keyboard and paying attention to your thoughts, and then it automatically goes into the universe or the internet and the answer comes. Because the input, the typing, the words are specific. So it goes back to the beginning of the show and trusting the guidance, the inner guidance. And the more we polish that inner guidance, the more receptive we are to source and to the channeling and to the knowledge that we need for a specific project, a situation, whatever it is. And you'll be directed and guided for it or with it. Okay.
Last night's John.
Okay, John. Starklink, Wyoming. Posting pictures of antelope, baby antelope. I love it. We want something specific tonight, I can tell. And is John the last one?
Yes.
Okay. So, way to close the show, John. Okay, I've been shuffling this for, oh, there you go. What a fantastic card to close the show. What is the most important relationship? It's the one with yourself. And an active communication by humans with the sacred or holy. That's what prayer is. The greatest relationship you can have is with God, with the holy, with the sacred. I'm going to reiterate and ask the question, well then where is God? Where is the sacred? Where is the holy? Not necessarily the northeast corner of your house or the mountaintop. It's you. It's having this relationship with you first, and then the tribe, and it's not it's these other people like it's the Wonder Tribe that you're drawing in. It's these people that bring and contribute toward you. Are you willing to let go of only bringing in people that you have to contribute to all the time? It's not wrong or bad to contribute to people. I'm not saying that. But are you willing to have it be at least a 50-50? 50 giving, but 50 receiving. This is this relationship, an even balanced relationship of giving, but also being able to take, accept, allow that acceptance in, And that honors who you are. It honors the God within. What a fantastic, fantastic reading for everyone tonight. Did we get everybody?
So, yeah.
All right. Let's do this again Wednesday night. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Great independence for all of you. Independence free of all belief systems that no longer serve you or projections. Great blessings to all of you. And I'm very, very grateful. Have a great, great night and a great 4th of July.